Lesson 3-8, now that we get to the specific, the non-review, deals with addition, and it deals with addition with decimals and larger decimals than just like dealing with the tenths. So where we're going to start today is we're going to start with the addition process that puts new groups below. And our first problem today is going to be 418 and 193 thousandths plus 593 and 167. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you notice what I try and do, I try and put one number in each column. Now, I sometimes fail because I am writing with the stylus on an iPad, but for the most part, I try and put one in each column. And that helps me keep my numbers straight, because sometimes if I'm doing math too quickly, my numbers get all jumbled up. Now we're going to switch to blue for this problem, and now we're just going to start adding. Again, we are doing new groups below. So I'm going to, 3 plus 7 is 10. I'm going to carry my 1, and I'm just going to put that right on the line. 9 plus 6, well, it's easy to, I'm going to add the 1. 10 plus 6 is 16. Carry my 1 right there. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Bring my decimal point down. 8 plus 3 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Carry the 1. 9 plus, oops, I put my 1 in the wrong spot there. I'm so used to doing it one way. 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So the answer we got is 1,011 and 360 thousandths, or 36 tenths if we want to take away that 0. Alright, so that was new groups below. Now we're going to go with what Mr. Winkleman is more used to, and that's new groups above. And this is why I'm more used to this, is because this is what I grew up doing. And unfortunately I wanted that black, but we're not going to get that. Now, new problem here. We'll take 846 and 239 thousandths plus 145 and 276 thousandths. And we're going to add them together. And again, notice what I did. I lined up my columns to make sure everything lined up, and I put it within these lines, which is important because some of us aren't as neat and tidy as some of the others. Let's do this problem not in black. Let's do it in purple because we can. Now I'm going to start adding from this side and going that way. 9 plus 6 is 15. Write down the 5. Carry the 1. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Carry the 1. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Bring down my decimal point. 6 plus 5 is 11. Write down the 1. Carry the 1. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And then 8 plus 1 is 9. So the answer to this one is 991 and 515 thousandths. Now, the final problem that we're going to look at, and why don't we just do this in red here, just so we have them all in a different color, is called subtotal method. Now, this is very much, again, like partial product multiplication, only instead of multiplying, we are going to be adding. And I'm going to slide this over here because the number we're going to be working with is a bit large. So we're going to start with 787 and 608 thousandths, and we're going to add to that 8's really bad, 561 and 739 thousandths. And we're going to add those all together. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to start adding up. We're just going to start adding up columns. we are going to start, ladies and gentlemen, with the hundreds column. Remember, ones, tens, hundreds, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So we're going to start with the hundreds column, and we're going to add those two together, and 700 plus 500, well, 7 plus 5 is 12, and then we have our 100, and then let's fill in our decimal points just because it'll be nice and easy when we get to that point. Our next problem, if we look at it, is 8 plus 6. Well, 8 plus 6 is going to give us 14. So we're going to write our 4 in the column we start, and we're going to add that. So 80 plus 60 is 140. Add our decimal and fill in the zeros, so it's a little bit easier. Next comes our ones column. 7 plus 1 is going to give us 8. Fill in the ones on our decimal side. Now we have 6 plus 7. Sorry that I missed the line there. And that's going to give us 13. Well, it's going to give us 3 tenths, and it's going to carry the 1 over here. So it's 1.3, but we're going to fill in the zeros. 0 plus 3, now that's in our hundredths column, so 0 plus 3 is 3, and we're going to fill the rest with zeros. And then finally, we have 8 plus 7, 9, yes, that's an 8. It's a horrible 8, but it is one. 8 plus 9 is going to give us 17. So I put the 17 there, put the 0, put our decimal point, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to add up the entire problem. We got 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 7, which is pretty easy. 7. We have 0, 0, 0, 0, 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay. We have 0, 0, 0, 3. Still have 3. 0 have 3 because we can't, adding 0 does nothing. So that's a 3. Now, for some reason, I put a decimal point there, and we're going to get rid of that because the decimal point is going to go right here. Now, let's add up this column. We have 0 plus 8 plus 1 is going to give us 9. Now, let's look at, we have 0 plus 4 is going to give us, oops, wrong thing. 0 plus 4 is going to give us 4. Now we're going to look at this one. 2 plus 1 is going to give us 3. And then 1 plus nothing is going to give us 1. So our grand total, if we look at it, is 1,349 and 347, and this is in the thousands column. Alright, that's it for video 2. What I want you to do, and what you should be doing as we go through this, is choose which one of these, whoops, didn't mean to move that whole thing, which one of these systems, methods, works the best for you. And whatever method works the best for you is the method that you should use, and you should master it so you are ready to take on anything as we go through this. So that's the end of video number 2. Video number 3 is just practice problems. I'm going to give you the practice problems, you're going to start them, and then you're going to hopefully work through them. Good luck, and we'll talk to you for lesson 3-8, video C.